It's game time, we ain't playing with you. It's game time, it's game time, we ain't playing with you. That's how we ball for y'all.
What up, what up, what up, what up? You are rocking with Doo-Wop.
And Jamel checking in tonight.
Yo, thanks for joining for episode 30.
30.
Let's round of applause for that. That's how I'm feeling.
Awesome!
Thanks for joining for episode 30. How are you?
I'm great. How about yourself?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm just glad that I got to episode 30. Long journey, long journey, long journey.
Right.
But we here. And we're just going to keep going. You know? So let's jump into some new music.
Got French Montana.
French Montana. And Cold Boy itself, French Montana. He just dropped the project Mac and Cheese 5.
Right.
You know, we was waiting for Mac and Cheese 5 to drop. And damn, the hell of an album. Hell of an album. You know, I think he is known for a lot of features, but he also can hold his own. But looking at the album, he goes through his storytelling from day one, right off the first track.
Right.
You know where he's from. He's from the Bronx, South Bronx. So he's representing that. Also, he's representing his African roots too.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, man, French Montana was not playing with this album. He was not playing. Tracks that I like. He had a lot of features. So damn, I hate to be biased, but yo, the Kanye track, it got my attention. It did get my attention.
Of course.
It did get my attention, but it's a hard track with Buju, a little Jamaican in it,
Right.
but called Stand United. You know, that's a fire track. You also had guest appearance from Rick Ross. You also had appearance from Lil Wayne. Also had from who else you had on there?
Little Baby.
Little Baby. We talked about the OK. Lil Durk. That track with Lil Durk was fire too.
Right.
And then he did a little R&B with Jeremiah, Bryson Tiller,
Bryson Taylor.
and
Meek Mills.
Rick Ross. So a good body of work, French. You know,
More.
good body of work. Look like you've been definitely putting that together. And damn, I didn't even know it's been years. 15 years. 15 years you've been in the game. 15.
Yeah.
You heard you say 15 years. Because he said Kanye said 20.
20 years. And then he said 15.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, let him know.
You know, shit. It ain't easy to do that. So, you know, I'm gonna give anybody flowers who can sustain that type of longevity and still come out with hits. 'Cause he got hits. You know, hits is gonna keep you in the game. And hits is gonna keep you winning. But this project is definitely good quality music, representing hip hop, and I'm rocking with it. What tracks you liked in there?
Well, the Bryson Tiller and the Goals one, too. I like the Goals. That had Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
The Bryson Tiller one was the Fake Friend.
Fake Friends, yeah.
And what else was it? There was a couple of the Splash Brothers. That was
Lil Wayne. Mm-hmm. Lil Wayne, Rick Ross. Yep. Yeah, so that's heavy. It's a heavy hit album. I definitely recommend you go check out that Mac and Cheese 5. And then he also had his Max V on there. Mac forgot about Max V. You know, he's on there. He's supposed to be coming home soon, so look out forward to that. You know? Who else dropped? I think Yeet. Yo, so I didn't know too much about Yeet, but I seen he been working. He definitely been on dropping music in the past. But for his come up to have an album and have Drake on there, Lil Wayne on there, and Future, that was just something to pay attention to. But I mean, I really got to because when he was on Drake's new album,
right.
not Not give a. I think that was, yeah, he did that song. Not give a fuck, you know. So yeah, I mean, he's the artist that's upcoming. I guess is watch out for him. You know, he has he dropped the project. Very different. Very different.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be more like hardcore rapping, um, like the Drake song that he put out.
Yeah, but
This one had like a whole different feel to it.
yeah. He reminds you of a Travis Scott. Um,
I would say like Migos and Future.
Migos, Future. Yeah, he's giving me that type of vibe. But yeah, he dropped an album called 2093.
Hmm.
A lot of tracks, 24 songs. And believe it or not, I looked back at his album when he started in 2019. He also had a lot of tracks. Like he liked to put on a lot of tracks. Uh, because he did drop the album 2021, and he had like 22 tracks on there.
Right.
But yeah, I guess that's it's a different movement.
Yeah. I would say this is more probably for his fan base.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. It's definitely a different movement. So I mean, we're gonna check out, see how he comes in, and how the fans rock with him.
Right. He actually has a big fan base though.
I would assume
Yeah.
anytime you drop a Drake song with Drake,
Yeah, that is a good key.
you good to go. And then now you got a song with Wayne,
Hmm.
you good to go. And Future, so it's heavy artist.
Yeah. And there's not even a lot of features on this track.
No,
He got
no,
like 3 or 4 songs with features on it, and the rest of them are just him.
yeah, 24 songs,
Hmm.
24 songs. Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
look, yep.
No, I'm gonna say they all sound like club bangers though. Like the way he put them out there, and even the flow. It's a lot of chants, which seem to be big now.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah,
the chant rapping where you get people in, it's like you want to get the crowd more involved nowadays, and you want to get the people more involved at home so they remember it.
yeah, he probably is more performance. You
Yeah,
know, he's more ready to perform it in front of a large audience and have people just jump around and have fun. He's definitely part of the rave. Rave, I can see him. He's
right.
yeah, raving. He's raving on mob music out there. Set up the mob pick. You know, but his the beat selection is just different. It's like a technology kind of
Yeah,
vibe to it, spacey. So I can see, him rocking that new technology. That's why he said probably. That's why he said 20, maybe he say 2093. Probably you don't understand his music until 2093.
that's what you going with.
Like he's a
Uh,
future music, 2093. I don't know. We got to figure out why he called it that album. Maybe he has a reason behind that.
what he got the one song on there for 17. It's 2093.
2093. So you think that's the reason why? Mm.
I was surprised that he put it all the way like at 17
Mm-hmm.
when you name the album. Most of the time they put that like in the first track.
First or the last? Yeah, yeah. Well, we'll look out for his album 2093.
Right.
We're gonna still keep it in the streets. Uncle Murder, man, surprised me with this one. This shows you his growth in his rap game, but he also had some legends on there too. You know, had had a couple artists that he literally just dropped his album too today. But yeah, he had this track with Jadakiss, Money. I seen that. Simba was on there too. Oh, I seen that. Styles P. He also did a record with Styles on there. Um, 50 used the 50 on the chorus, but y'all like his like track that I probably don't like. But I mean, I don't know if you'll pay attention, but he has a story to tell. He's a real street background from Brooklyn.
Right.
Been through a lot of stuff. He was the first one on to shoot at the police.
Okay.
But that's back in the days. But it just shows that his growth, in his music, because tracks called "That Change." It shows his maturity and things he went through and things he survived in the streets. So, but yeah, everybody's always a product of their environment. Oh yeah, he had a track with Benny the Butcher. That joint was heavy. Like that track too. Um, Also Conway was on there. So he had a lot of good artists helping him put that album together and coming to deliver bars. So you definitely he's repping for Brooklyn. Um yeah, so shout out to Uncle Murder on that one.
Right.
You know. Uh what did he call it? I think Lenny, right? Lenny. Yeah, I think he called Lenny Grant Story. So basically telling his life story. But yeah, Uncle Murder been rapping for a long time, been in the game too for a long time, so good to see him good making good music. Um so look out for that. The Lenny Grant project. Let's get into some R&B.
Mm-hmm.
So we also talked about Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
We talked about her.
The
Like I said, I
video.
thought she was
Yeah.
coming out with an album, and she actually
She dropped it.
she dropped the project um called
This
This
is
Is
me.
Me. Uh,
Yeah. With the
so
now.
yeah, This Is Me Now. Yo, again, what tracks you rock with that one?
But the one we talked about last week.
The one we talked about last week?
I'm surprised that one is not even on here though.
No, yeah, I think it's a remix because that was Lotto.
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
I was looking for it too.
Yeah. All right, so
But
what
no.
I actually like the video they just recently shot, the Rebound.
Rebound. Yeah.
It's a good concept. Like you're with the person, and you feel like you may be stuck with the person, and you're trying to pull away. I like that whole video concept, the way they made it. That was different.
Right.
um, but yeah, she had a couple of tracks on there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see which one that I'm rocking with. So I'm rocking with This Time Around. She gives me the '90s flow. She gives me the '90s vibe when listening to her music.
Yeah.
'90s 2000 vibe. Um, Hearts and Flowers. Uh, The Dear Benin. Part two. We talked the Rebound. Not Going Anywhere. Mad in Love.
Yeah.
So she got a couple of tracks I definitely would go back and keep listening to.
Mm-hmm.
So damn, it's just great for her too. That a longevity in the game.
Yeah. Her sound still sounds good.
Yeah. And she did a little rapping too, or still a little bars. I heard her little bars. Okay, okay, Jenny, Jenny from the block. I hear your bars. I got you. Uh, yeah. So she's about to go on tour too. So she's gearing up for the tour, and then she has also a movie that she just dropped too. She's part of too. On
On Amazon Prime, right?
I think it's Amazon Prime. Another one too. She dropped. I forgot what it's called, but yeah. So yeah, Jennifer Lopez making music again. Check out her album. This Is Me Now.
Right.
This Is Me Now. Let's get into some sports. LeBron James had a recent press conference, and they asked him about retirement. And he actually said he's 50-50.
Yeah.
Uh, it's surprising when he said even if he's 50-50, even if he decides to retire, he's not sure if he wants a farewell tour. Because after everybody after ready to retire, they kind of just started really getting Kobe Bryant really started that.
Yeah.
But he said he doesn't know how it feels to really be praised. Like he doesn't know how to get that type of response from everybody. Um, but damn, LeBron James, man, you're LeBron James, so you actually compared to Jordan. So there's not too many people who can actually be compared to Jordan.
Right.
So you older fans let them know if you're gonna retire. Don't just leave and just all right guys, we out of here. Even though I could see LeBron James never leaving the game, I could see him being a part of an organization if he's coaching the next level or if he's assistant or something or definitely ownership. Because he's with the Lakers right now, so I can see him maybe doing something with the Lakers if he decides to hang it up with the Lakers. He said he wants to do it with the Lakers, but we never know. I think the way LeBron's still playing, even when the All-Star game, he's still playing, dunking and doing. He's still looking young and fresh out there. So I think he still got a couple, maybe a season in him, 2 or 3. But he said he's getting close. But he's still, we'll see if he actually stays with the Lakers because there were talk to him. We do want him in New York. We want him in New York. you know, everybody wants him in New York. But you know, uh, we'll see if he gonna actually retire with the Lakers, or he just decides to move to another team, or if he don't retire at all and he just stays with Lakers and runs it out.
And right. And the other thing you got to remember, his kids are about almost age right for the to join the NBA now,
And he does
and
want to play with his
yeah,
son. That's one of his goals.
that's been one of his big goals.
hmm
So, and he
Yeah.
got both of them coming up and ready. So
hmm
yeah, it's like his retirement be right after then, or depends on how good. Because you never know the motivation of you playing with your kids in the NBA.
Oh yeah.
I
Nah,
don't think I don't think there's that many
who
NBA
done it?
players that have done that.
No, no,
Mm-mm.
not too many.
No.
It's not too many. I can't think of right now, but
Mm-mm.
yeah, that's one of his goals, and that's
Yeah.
he's gonna stick it out. He got time.
Hmm.
He still got some time. Hmm. So we'll pay attention to that. We'll see what LeBron decides to do.
Right.
We have the Knicks. They're actually playing Boston Saturday. So at prime time ABC. So that's
Right.
gonna be a hell of a match. We're gonna have Jalen Brunson. He's been on a tear and a killer against Jason Tatum.
Hmm.
They're like both averaging actually 26 points. So they're both playing prime time of their game right now. So that's gonna be a hell of a game. And they're actually playing in the Madison Garden. So New York, New York. New York Knicks. There we go. It's gonna be a hell of a game. You definitely want to tune into that one. That's primetime ABC. You know. And talking about New York, there have been a lot of controversy with the mayor of our New York, Mayor Adams, man, with this debit card migrants program. He's thinking about doing that $13. They're gonna make sure they have $13 a day. According to him, they're saving $7 million a year. But I'm like, damn, how we get to the point where we have a budget for 52 million for the migrants alone, just for the plan?
Right.
You know, um, hey, and we can't blame it all on him. He's trying to do something. He's trying to do something for New York. But we got to understand this is America. When you get accustomed to America, you get a little bit of greedy. So you're not going to be satisfied with just the money that you're giving out because they're going to want more. They're going to want more food, want more of this. And we can't rely on taxpayers' money to sit here and keep paying for this for the migrants over something that you knew was going to happen because of
Hmm.
politics, you know? And I don't want to get into politics, but it's really the federal government, because won't make they won't make the right decision, So they think this is a good idea, so now they have to deal with it. Every city has to deal with the migration crisis that's going on, you
Right.
know. Um, but hey, we're gonna pay attention
Yeah.
because I don't. I get what you're trying to do, but I don't see it working. I just see it. I understand you're saying, oh, you don't have to feed the migrants, and the more you give them responsibility. But hey, everybody does corrupt things when it's hard to monitor somebody giving them money.
That's right.
You don't know what they're gonna do with it. You don't know if they're gonna send it back to their country. You don't know if they're gonna find a way to sell it and get more money from something else. There's always different
Hustles. Yeah.
hustles and ways that when you start giving out money just on a debit card and saying, hey, without a lot of restriction, without responsibility. I know it's supposed to be for diapers and things like that, but you say you're gonna monetize it. How you gonna monetize? I seen on the news that says 63,000 migrants in the shelter right now.
Yeah. So they're gonna only open it up for like 500.
500 people. They're gonna start it.
Yeah, they're on 500 families. So they're gonna start it with that, and then see how it goes.
Nah, see that's the thing. I don't think it's gonna go. I don't. I think I'm just. I mean, you try it, but I don't see it working. Because you give somebody money, they're gonna want more.
Well,
So I don't, and I think you're saying it's gonna help save the money, but it's a good plan. It's a good plan, but I just don't see it working because you're relying on the migrants to have that type of responsibility, and I don't think they care enough to keep that type of responsibility once they give $10,000 to on a debit card. Get
Oh,
up
it's not
to.
giving that much. No.
They said you can have $10,000. Then they say, oh, you can't have no more. That's the limit, $10,000. Because think about it. If you have migrants, you have maybe 4 or 5 people in your family. Think about the money altogether.
Mhm.
So that's going to add up, you know. And so it's just, oh man, it's a mess. But I understand you trying to clean it up, and I feel bad because damn, you left it all out on you. Hate that they left all that on him to try to figure out,
Right.
And but New Yorkers was not happy with that. New York
Mm.
was not happy with that. That was running up everywhere on the news. But we'll pay attention and see how it affects New York City and then our taxpaying money.
Yeah.
Um, Talking about politics, Mr. Trump, Mr. Donald Trump, he's racking up some penalties and civil penalty. He got a $500 million in penalties.
Right.
You know, I guess that's the reason why he out here probably selling sneakers now.
Sneakers doing a GoFundMe page.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, his support group is just ridiculous because they're gonna help him pay any of his debt. That's why he's rallying, asking for his supporters to help him pay this debt because they said even every day that he doesn't pay, it just keeps going up. He's gonna charge me like $42,000 a day on like fees. So damn man, tricky things they trying to do, boy. I don't know. We got to pay attention to that because I don't know if it's gonna work. you know. But somebody actually purchased this sneaker for $9,000. They put a bid on it,
Right.
and it was autographed sneakers. Uh, Gold. I don't know. I don't see nobody really.
There's a bunch of people.
You rocking them? You rocking
No, I'm
them?
not rocking them, but
Oh,
there's a
there's
bunch of
a.
people. They,
Of course, that's Trump sneakers. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? That's support. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna rock it because they're gonna support him.
Yeah. They're calling it one of the biggest flips for shoes in right now. The shoes they're limited edition, so they're only made a certain amount. So when they
Uh,
become certain sold out,
hmm
no one can get them no more. They're flipping them back on eBay and stuff like that on the sneaker
I can
site.
see it. Yeah, you're gonna hustle back and try to flip the Donald Trump sneakers.
Oh, they flipping them already.
I'm sure because they were hard
People
to get.
paying, people they're not hard to get.
Then they first they only $400.
Yeah,
That's the price of it.
yeah.
You
Some
know,
people bought them at the 400 and they're flipping them for like 7,400. They right now selling on eBay and sneaker
because you
sites.
had to go to the place to get them.
What? No, you just ordered them.
I don't think they can order them right now. They sold out.
Now they sold out. Yeah.
So
Well,
they're hard to get. Once if you weren't there and you wasn't on it that day and you didn't get it, now it's hard to get.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh, all right, we just go purchase it now. Nah, they hard
No,
to
no.
get.
Now they hard to get because
Exactly.
nobody was
Yeah.
purchasing them because you were just basically purchasing them to support him.
Yeah.
But if you didn't support him, you wouldn't purchase them.
No.
No. But
No.
some people bought them with the idea these are limited edition shoes, like I could do with some Jordans, and I can flip them.
Because they're the Air Trumps.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
now they flipped them, making their money. I'm like, damn, that was a good investment.
Well, they knew that. They knew. Because think about it. How many presidents came out with a sneaker?
Uh,
That's the hustle in Trump.
Right.
That's businessman in him. He always he don't care what's going on. We gonna sell sneakers now.
Yeah. And realizing that his supporters are that strong, that's smart.
Hey, man, we gonna see. We gonna see how things go. But next we also have seen NASA. They actually calling on volunteers
Yeah.
to participate in their groundbreaking 365-day Mars simulation study by the Johnson Space Center. So basically having like a replica of just going to Mars, trying to see the living conditions there. But wow, that's where we're at right now.
Yeah.
People are trying to. Well, people always talk about Mars, but now they really want to see the conditions, how if people can really live on Mars. So that's another thing was going on going with everybody.
Yeah.
We talked about how the different space programs they're trying to figure out the planets to maybe buy and purchase and see what's out there in the world. But now they're actually using simulation of trying to do a case study 365 days to see how it would be living in that condition in Mars.
Right. And with the technology that we have nowadays and how it updated, because I seen them using the 3D house printer over there too,
Mm.
which is that's kind of genius though, because you don't have to bring the large material that you would normally have to be.
Mm-hmm.
Before you would have to fly some type of spaceship that would have to be able to land there
Mm-hmm.
and then support there and stay there.
Mm-hmm.
But then you can probably use the soil or whatever you can over there and just mix it in and build it there. So
Mm-hmm.
that would save a lot more time and effort and
Mm-hmm.
be way more easier. And you could just send machines and robots up there and
Mm-hmm.
then plot out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's starting to look like it may be a real possibility.
I think it is
Hmm.
because even Elon Musk, he was to have a plan talking about how what is it, I think 2029 he wants 1 million people to go to Mars.
Hmm.
So that's not too far away. That's
Hmm.
only 5 more years. That damn 5 years, boy.
Yeah.
What is gonna happen in 2030? I don't know what it's gonna look like in 2030. That's
Yeah.
gonna be the 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 year of AI, technology, robots, everything. 2030, guaranteed all the way. That's gonna be it. But if not in like 4 or 5 years, But uh, Elon actually talking about Elon. He actually with the Neuralink, the experiment that what he has with the patient, they actually can control the mouse using only their thoughts.
Yeah.
So so he's still moving with that technology.
Yeah.
Imagine mind control. That's incredible. That's crazy. That's so crazy, man. So once he gets part of all the safety precautions and everything,
Yes, because that's gonna be interesting right
that's
there.
gonna be.
When you can start controlling computers with your mind, it's a borderline.
They already had they had studies where the girl was playing the video game with her mind.
Hmm.
So she wasn't using no controller. She was just controlling the video game through her mind.
Right.
Woo! Wow, that is just that's just like yo. You don't understand like what is gonna happen soon. People with this technology, if they start getting to certain places using these technology, is gonna be very interesting.
Right.
It's gonna be interesting. But yeah, but he's talking about how Neuralink is gonna help people with obesity, autism, depression. So we'll wait and see what's going on with that.
Yeah. Those are gonna be interesting things to be helping people with.
Mm-hmm.
Because then it's gonna be like it's gonna be questionable then. Because then be like, are you controlling people's personalities to fix them, or what is it that the Neuralink is gonna be doing
Mm-hmm.
to make these people feel better?
Yeah. Well, and I think that's all about the tapping into the brain. Because our brain. It's funny. I wonder all this stuff study is it going to open up a part of our brain because what they say is like we only have like 10% that we actually use out of a
Yeah.
90% of brain. So I
Hmm.
wonder now if they can finally start technology to show how you can open up the extra 90% of the brain.
I'm about to say, you ever seen the movie Lucy?
Yes, I have,
Yeah. When
and
she,
that's what I'm saying. So when
that,
we get to that point,
when she got that drug in it and it
yeah,
made her use like
uh
99%,
huh.
and she was like, I'm no longer here.
Yo, she can did anything. You
Yeah.
can definitely be immortal because you think about like the things that already created from animals, fishes. They have their camouflages. They have um disappearance.
Hmm.
Like this stuff that animals can do that I feel that we can maybe do it.
You want to be okay?
Yo, I'm just saying, if we use 90% of our brain and the things that it's already genius already that people already develop and come up with,
Right.
90% of the brain, I don't know what is our capability and what we can actually accomplish.
Hmm.
And shit, if that's what he's trying to do, and if he, I don't know, but that's interesting. If we ever get to that point where we're using 100% of our brain.
Right.
I always talk about the robots. It looks like Jeff Bezos and Navita, they're actually invested into the technology for the human-like robots from the OpenAI and Microsoft. They're raising about $675 million in the funding.
Right.
And also have some other silent partners. So damn near capital of like 2 billion. So they know what's going on. They know, hey, robots might be the next thing.
Yeah.
So let's get on the board and start investing now. So
Nvidia, whenever it starts getting involved with stuff, their stock prices usually just jump up anyway because they usually follow the trends and they want to be a part of like new technology. But they're always in it,
But
from the Bitcoin mining to the electric cars now coming out. They want to be funded with the batteries and stuff like that. And now robots
yeah,
or humanoid robots, they jumping on that too.
no, but he's always front row with other technology, especially with the chips. So they,
Right.
Gen Z, that's the guy from who actually part of the whole Nvidia. But yeah, he's well into technology, well into the AI chip, and they was using it. So now you want to actually invest in robots. So yeah, you're using my AI chip to make these type of things. Hey, I might as well get into this too now.
Right.
So hey, we'll keep paying attention and see what they do when it comes to that. When it comes to that, robots. And talking about AI technology, we have the new AI technology tool, Sora, right?
Hmm.
This technology actually can anything that you make as a text message, it can actually turn into a video. So that's another game changer. You sit here and just text something. Now it actually can turn into a video, but you
Yeah.
text. They are taking safety precautions because of it. Because you know how people are. They got a bunch of freaks out there, so they might text somebody, hey, having sexual with this person, then sexual with that person, and then it makes a video of it. So they definitely have safety precautions that they are taking a precaution of. But now people are kind of just looking at the movie industry and it's like, oh, wait a minute, damn, you got this going on now.
Right.
So hold on, let me fall back because I think so. Like Tyler Perry, he was invested in like an $800 million studio in Atlanta, but now he want to hold on some of that because now he's seeing that the AI software Soros can do so much and it's incredible. Where he's like, hold on, wait a minute, I gotta hold on and see what's gonna happen with this
Hmm.
because they're just in the beginning of this and it's looking real.
Yes.
So I can see down the line, give it 5 more years, what is that going to turn into?
Hmm.
So,
They got a couple of videos out now, and it's hard to tell that they're not even real. There's
mm-hmm,
like few details. The main one they had was a woman walking in like a crowded street,
mm-hmm,
and the only way you can tell it was fake was that her leg and one of the passing by,
mm-hmm,
they merged together and then switched from left to right.
mm-hmm.
Instead of it, which wasn't a smooth walk or transition, it was her leg just changed.
Yeah, 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 yeah. They still haven't got too much of the hands and the legs. That's the only thing they're really working deeply. But damn, that's all they need. That's going to be too crazy.
Yeah,
You know.
but not even a lot of people would catch things like that. It was the only seen
Ah,
it
that
because
look pretty. Yeah, it look
yeah.
real. It look pretty real, and that's just the beginning. Like, this is
Hmm.
all just the beginning.
It's like I only seen it because the news covered it and they pointed it all out. I was like, I would have never seen that.
Yeah, when I seen, it, I was like, oh, it looked little, but you couldn't tell. You couldn't tell. You
Nope.
couldn't really tell. So wow, and it's like this all the imaging, the pictures
Yeah.
is all different technology. You know.
Be like compared to our graphics from back in the day for our video games
Hmm.
to now.
Hmm. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, definitely. Definitely.
There's no box frames no more.
Yeah. But talking about imagery, we had talked about the Gemini.
Hmm.
They, now it's a little bit same with the software. You asked it to put the imagery. They said they just holding off for on the artwork because I mean I guess they're saying it doesn't support white images because it tells you to do something. It's just showing all black characters or Chinese or Spanish. Some reason it left out white characters in and when you ask it to make an image.
Yeah. The descriptions that have been making, they've been a little off. so they're trying to fix it first before they really release stuff like that now.
Yeah, yeah. So they was off a little bit, but hey, as long as they catch it, I guess they catch the arrow. Keep it fair. There's no discrimination, but that's just funny how it's showing all black people.
Mm-hmm.
It's hey Google,
Okay. It's still Black History Month, so we going with that.
That's what that. Yeah, we still Black History Month. That's the reason why they're showing everybody right now.
It's like Google's a firm supporter of Black History Month. That's
Google's
what
a
they do.
firm word, right? Yeah, he's a firm. There's a firm supporter. So but that's just funny. But hey, and people was upset about it, but because it's still competing with Chat GPT.
Mhm.
So GPT, we talked about that, how that still is non censored,
Yeah, and
and you know.
you're paying for it too. So
Mhm.
you want everything to work the way you're supposed to be if you're paying money for it.
That is true.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, you're definitely paying for something you want it to work.
Right.
Especially. But we'll keep an eye on that once they do that adjustments and upgrades and everything that they need to get done. You know, yeah. Let's get into my favorite subject. Motivation.
Right.
I need a motivation. So it says, let's say, don't let fear hold you back from your dreams. Take a chance, take a risk, and believe in yourself. The greatest achievements comes from the people who take the boldest action. Uh, hey, I always tell you talk about it. Take a risk. Go for your dreams if you can. If you got time to do it, try to do it. And always believe in yourself. Nobody's gonna believe in you. You always gotta believe in yourself. Um, and first time when you start believing in yourself, now everybody see what you believe in, and there you go. Now everybody believe in you. Hey, you gotta make the bold action. You want something, you gotta stay in bold with it, stand tall with it, and try to achieve it. That's how I feel. You know. And let's get into another one. All we have to decide what we do with our time is given to us. So all we have to do is decide what is given for the time that is given to us. Simple, you know. But on the world, it's up to us. Decide what we want to do with the time, and that's just a blessing, because a lot of unfortunate people don't have that option. So we can't take things for granted, and time is given to everybody, and we just never know when time is up. So we got to use the most time that we have. That's what I got out of that one. You know. But I guess, man, thanks for joining for episode 30. You've been rocking with Duva.
And Jabel.
And see you for the next episode. And make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a message. Peace.
I love it. You guys are so great.